Hello techies, welcome to your own channel Techies Chat. In today's video, we are going to discuss how can we connect a Power BI desktop to the online data source like a data source on the website, and how can you bifurcate or differentiate between a data set that you need to import in the Power BI. This is a very much asked question in Power BI interviews, basically Power BI developer, like how will you connect it on web? And it is not much difficult. So watch the video till the end. Please do not forget to subscribe to the video so that any such updated videos that I upload, you get a notification for the same. I have also shared a video previously on how can you download Power BI desktop for free on your system. So please go ahead and watch it if you have not already installed it. So let's proceed. So as you can see, once I open Power BI application, I get this kind of view over there. Like this is my first page that I get. Here I can see the option of get data. I'll simply click here, go down and select web. So what I'm going to do here is from a website, I'm going to fetch the table kind of data into my Power BI desktop. So just have a look here. This is ESPN Quick Info Stats Guru. This is a website that I'm going to use to import the data set. Okay, so as soon as you type it, this is the first link that comes up. You have to just click here and select it. This is the dashboard. This is the website that opens here. You just have to go and click on ODIs. Okay, then I'm selecting betting here. It's good if you follow this video so that the number of counts and like there are things you can validate to check the data is coming fine. So for this video, at least I would suggest you to just select the things that I'm selecting, and then you can just explore and make your hands dirty using various other things like bowling, fielding, T20s, and all those kind of stuff, so that you can verify the data. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the data in a team. I'm going to select India. In a position team, I'm going to select Australia maybe. And then home or away, I'll keep it as home venue. Go down and select submit query here. Those things are self-explanatory. You will understand like what I have selected. It is very much self-explanatory, so I'm not going to invest more time into that. So this is the thing that has opened. Now, what I can see is I have three pages showing 106 records. It means I have 106 rows here that I need to import in the Power BI desktop. What I'll do here is just have a look on the website, that link here, the URL here. What you can see is there is no page option available here. Okay, since this is my first and default page, what I'm going to do here is I click on next, and here I can see a new parameter page equals to 2 is added. I'll just select this link, Control C, and I'll go to the Power BI desktop. In the URL place, I'll place the link and simply change the page number to 1. I hope it's clear. Now I'll click on OK and see what happens. Now, as you can see, this navigator pane has opened. Here I can see number of options like display options, as you can see. For example, let's see what is table 1. In table 1, as you can see the column name, view overall figures. This is nothing but the things that are there in the website here. So I don't need all this kind of stuff. I simply need this data. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is page 2. What I'm going to do is I'll go to the previous page. Okay. And I'll go to add table using examples. I just need to uncheck this one first. Okay. Let's now go here, copy it from right to left because this seems easy, at least for me. So click here and click on Control V, and here the data comes pasted. Just make sure that nothing, no error or warning comes above this. If there is any warning that comes up, please go back and start this video again so that you can identify what has you done wrong. Now I'll copy the second record. Don't worry, you don't have to copy all the 50 records here. I'll show you how this is done. Okay, now I have copied this, I have pasted it there in a similar way. Now see the magic. It identifies on itself like what are the pattern in which the data is displayed. So as you can see, first 50 records, the last name is KBJ Azad, and I can go here and scroll down and see the last record here. So now I'll just click on OK here. Once I click on OK, I'll click on transform data because there are certain changes I need to do here. So we'll wait for a second and let's just let this get loaded. Okay, now okay, so this is the table that I've loaded. Now what I have to do is I have to go to advanced editor. Here in the page section, I'll use double inverted commas, and percent sign, and in the middle of this I'll place a variable ps as in page start. You can use any random thing here because it is a variable name, so you can use it sp, you can use it anything that you're willing to. Okay, now I'll just go here. I'll the PSX text. So I have declared that PS is a variable that I'll be using as a text. Okay, now I'll press equal to and this kind greater than sign. Okay, now I'll click on OK. This is done. Now what I'm going to do is here first of all I name this table as ESPN. I'll click anywhere here and click on new query, blank query, and let's wait. Okay, now I will simply create a set here and I'll press 1 dot 3 enter. This has created a list for me. Why I have used 3 here? Because I have 3 pages in my website. I need to import the data from 3 pages. Now what I'm going to do is I'll select here this list and I'll convert this to table. Okay, and I'll keep it okay as it is. Now what I need to do is I will convert this into text data type because I have created a variable ps that is working as a text. For instance, okay, I would like to give one more thing. Here I have enabled these options. That is why you're getting this kind of stuff here. You can just keep it as it is since I've not shown in the video. So let me keep it as it is. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll click on this table. Okay, and then I'll go to add column. In add column, I will use invoke custom function. I'll use ESPN is that is this function that I have used, and this will remain as it is. PS, as you can see, the page start column one is my this column, and okay. Okay, so as you can see, what he has done, what it has done is it has created a separate column and given me tables. So what does that mean? When I click here, I get. I let me just maximize this. When I click here, I get 50 records from the first page, then another 50 records from the second page, and another 6 records from the third page. So this is how it goes. I hope you are clear till here. It's not much difficult. If you are stuck anywhere, please let me know in the comment section so that I can support you with that. Or else you can go and watch the video from the starting. That will help you to understand your error and figure out what went wrong. Okay. So now after this is done, you can see this kind of two arrowheads, right? Just click here and load more and click on OK. Now you can see all the records loaded here. To cross verify, you can just click on view. You can use the column quality thing and verify that there is no error here. Okay, then column distribution, and you can see what kind of records are there. You can use column profile, and here you will get this 106 records. It means our data is correctly imported. Now there are certain things I would let you know here. I would like to let you know here. So First, you need to go here to the converted table. These are the steps. I hope this you must be aware of these things, but if you're not, then whatever steps you have performed for the data that you have imported, here you can see the details of all the steps. If I click on expanded, here expanded espn is simply the random name that I've given to the table because we have taken this from espn website. So here I have removed this and click on ok. What will happen here is you can see the column names are replaced here. Okay, we'll keep the video till here so that it is not very much for someone who's trying it for the first time, and I will upload the second session of this video soon. Do not forget to close and apply here so that all the steps that you have applied get saved in your Power BI desktop. Also, after this is done, try to save this into your local desktop so that next time when you open your Power BI, you do not lose the project work that you have done. Also, thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay connected. Let me know for anything in the comment section that I can help you with. Thanks for watching.